Look at this. It's like they made the game just for me. How did you know? It's been a good few months for RPG Maker demos, and that trend continued with the release of the demo for Heartbeat, an impressive title that exploded out of nowhere and was developed by a team called Chumbosoft. I'll be honest, I don't really have a lot to say about Heartbeat, other than that it's incredibly polished and I'm sure the full game is going to set the standard for games made in RPG Maker MV going forward. The presentation is super sharp with everything from game sprites to the UI and character portraits having an amazing amount of polish. The soundtrack is absolutely stellar with that real 90s feel to it. The battle theme in particular sounds like some sort of long lost track by the real McCoy. The writing is really clever and is full of well thought out characters. While it does contain references to anime and other parts of pop culture, it isn't to a degree where it's distracting. The game's mechanics and party are introduced at a good pace, and it keeps it from being overwhelming. Meanwhile, the level design and puzzles are as smart as they are clean and elegant. Characters level quite quickly as well, and the game also features gnomes. Really, anything negative I have to say is just nitpicking. The animation on the battle sprites makes them lose the solid square pixels, which sort of breaks the illusion of them being actual pixel art. Likewise, the battle animations, which are created with in-engine assets, don't visually blend all that well with the rest of the game's aesthetic. But like I said, nitpicking. The real question is, do I recommend the demo for Heartbeat? Well, here's where things get a little interesting. If you're an RPG Maker developer, especially someone using MV, then absolutely yes. Heartbeat is a great showcase for what the engine can do. Likewise, if you're a fan of RPGs in general, especially cutesy JRPGs, this game is for you. However, if you're like me and don't really have much interest in children's anime from the early 2000s, which is what this game seems to borrow most liberally from in terms of aesthetic and tone, then this demo might not do much for you. Now, that's not a knock against the game itself. If that's what the game was going for, then it's knocked the ball out of the fucking park. It's just not a genre that does much for me personally. The game is great and incredibly polished, but doesn't have that weirdness factor that drives me personally to dig through the depths of RPGmaker.net. Like I said, great game, just not weird enough for me personally. Also, heads up for the developer. As an actual Australian, I can tell you that this is not what a yaoi looks like. This is a yaoi.
You can find it in the desert.
You can smell it on the breeze.
It shines upon the wetlands.
It hides among the trees.
You'll find it in the forest.
It sparkles in the stream. It's that special yaoi magic, the heart of every dream. From the other side of sunset comes new Cadbury Yaoi Power.